I'd like to welcome y'all to
You're now listening to the Hip Hop Stop here with me, Conor Brannelly. We're joined in the studio with Glenn as usual, and we've got Boaz all the way from Pittsburgh. What up, Boaz? Yes. Can you hear us okay? Yeah.
I can hear y'all. Could y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Cheers, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, brother. You, man.
Absolutely brilliant. Now listen, before we're going to start this interview, we were listening to your mixtape, and you have a line on it, and it says, it's from the song Everything, and you're sure you know your own songs, but it says, I got the city going hard, we all bubbling, got fans talking about me way out in Dublin. Is that for us?
Hey, no, that line was for y'all, man.
We appreciate it, But first of all, thanks for coming on. I know you have a busy schedule right now. Just a little bit about yourself. Can you describe yourself and describe your music, just for people out there who don't know you?
For everybody out there in Dublin, man, it's your boy Boaz. I'm Pittsburgh's own. I'm one of the nicest on the mic to do this in the whole States, man. And I just go hard, man. I'm inspired by everyday life. I'm a hip-hop musician, you know what I mean? I am hip-hop, man. It's just, you know, I've been doing this my whole life. I don't even feel like I had a starting point with music, so at this point, man, I'm just, you know, I'm blessed to be reaching y'all over there, man, and that's really my goal, man. That's what it is. I've been inspiring just to touch the world with good thoughts, good vibes, good music.
Brilliant, and we're definitely feeling the vibes over here at the moment. That Like This song is pretty hot right now.
No doubt.
It's pretty hot right now. You're working with Ill Mind. Is he going to be on a lot more on the album?
Yeah, Ill Mind is that's the homie, man. You know, at this point we've been rocking together for a few years now, so Ill Mind is real familiar with my sound, and I think that you know, he knows just what to do when I need that crafted sound, that, you know, that one of a kind Boaz sound, man. And I think that's why Like This is so popping right now, because me and Ill Mind, we did that record like right on the site, you know what I mean? There was no transferring or nothing. We got in the studio together, he pulled out the pad, I got on the pen, and we got right to it, man.
Yeah, that's quality.
Ill Mind is that dude.
Yeah, he's sick, absolutely sick. We're loving it right now over here, and we've been playing that on the air quite a lot right now. We're getting a good response to it, aren't we, Glenn?
Yeah, it's great.
That's what it is.
Definitely. Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got signed to Rostrum Records? Because I know you've been going quite a while now, but you're now on Rostrum. It's a pretty big label to be on. Can you just give us a little bit talk about that?
You know, with Rostrum Records, it's like a family thing here in Pittsburgh, man. And you know, we a real small hip-hop community here, man. It ain't that much spotlight put on the town. So, you know, what Rostrum is doing right now is just making everything outstanding, man. And, you know, with the likes of Wiz and Mac that came to blow up before me, you know, I think it's just perfect timing, man. The label is home-based, you know what I mean? So they got a pulse on me. They know just what type of person I am.
Yeah.
What we need to be doing to take it to the next level, man. So it was really just a blessing just knowing those guys and being able to link up and you know, build on a professional level.
And do you feel much pressure now that you're with such big artists, or is it inspiring? What way do you feel?
I feel inspired, man. You know, I try to approach this music with a sense of fearlessness, man. You got to be that way with art, man. So, you know, I try to stay fearless in everything and inspired, you know what I mean? So it's definitely a whole great deal of inspiration.
And just from the neighbourhood you grew up in, how do you say it? Is that Larnier? Is it in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's Larmer.
Larmer.
The R is a little more accentuated.
Larmer, is it? Larmer.
Yeah, definitely Larmer.
We're just reading a little bit about yourself. You said if you can make it here, or was it a tough place to grow up in? What type of scene is it?
You know, it's a rugged place. It's pretty, you know, low income and impoverished, and you know, it's like pretty much you know, just like any of your worst ghettos around the world, you know what I mean? But that's why I say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, because it ain't really it ain't the community, it's the people, man. And you got those people with that hungry mind state, you know what I mean? Nobody want to settle yet, and still we don't even really come from nothing. So, you know, it's one of those parts of the town where you got to really stay on your toes and, you know, keep your eyes on the 360 degree, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got the eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah, man.
When are we going to see you over in Dublin, Ireland? Are we ever going to see you? Is that a plan? Would you like to do a European tour eventually?
I'm coming to Dublin. If not this year, next year, man. You know what? And even if I don't come professionally, I'm coming to rock with the HipHopStop. You know what I mean? We got to make sure Dublin got a pulse on this Boaz music, man.
We'll get a show going. We'll get you on our show. We'll get a whole thing. We'll get the whole thing kitted out. You and a mic. We'll get you into Twisted Pepper. We'll get you somewhere. Nice, and then we'll go. We'll do it big and hit the club scene for a while.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Put me on to some of them, you know, them Ireland models, man. I know y'all got them nice slim ladies over there.
We do indeed, and I tell you, with that accent that you got, I tell you, they're going to melt.
No.
Would you tell them that you're a rapper over here? They're all over you.
Straight like that, huh? Hopefully they should know by then, you know?
Yeah. Just for your own sound, I notice you kind of have a unique sound. What makes your sound different from anyone else?
You know, I think that just coming up in the area of the states we come from, you get a mix of all the music by being on that close to the eastern seaboard. So, you know, you want to go over, get you some eastern culture. You know, we still in the States, so you get the west coast of the States, you get the Caribbean music. And I think just me having that interest in music and being able to accept all those genres, it gives me a good collage and a good peek on how to just make things diverse, you know what I mean? So I think that gives my sound that edge, just being so culturally well-rounded. Yeah,
I'm telling you, it really comes across like that. It's something that we're loving here in the show as well. Definitely it comes across, so much love for that.
Sweet, man.
Brilliant.
So Boaz, let's talk a bit about your Bases Loaded mixtape. I have to say I'm loving it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that happen? Like, did that come out before you were signed, or did it come out after you were signed?
Well, I kind of like to think of Bases Loaded as my my signing point, you know, because at that point in my career, I was really, you know, peaking musically, man, and I felt as though everything was powerful enough to start shopping it to bigger record labels and try to make myself more notable to the people, man. So when I had produced Bases Loaded, we had actually did it on my own, you know, me and my independently owned company, Point Blank Productions.
Yeah.
But when we had done that, you know, it pretty much broadened our scale to be a little more, you know, receptive to the labels. And in shopping that around, you know, we had presented it to Rostrum, man, and, you know, everything had just fell into place. So, you know, we felt as though we should just do it together just to give people pretty much a bigger introductory on how we was going to be coming together and doing some music. So we took our time with it. I probably waited a few months after signing so I can add a little more spice to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we had basically already had Bases Loaded done, and that's why I titled it that, because it put me right here to the plate where I needed to be, you know?
And you got some pretty hot MCs on there. You got like Mac Miller, Schoolboy Q. How did you get all of them?
You know what? Right at the time, I had finished up recording Bases Loaded. I was due to go on a tour with Wiz Khalifa. You know, he was headlining the Under the Influence tour, the first one.
Yeah.
And I was invited upon it. So, you know, once we was on that tour, and, you know, you get backstage, you kind of, you know, take a liking to certain musicians. And, you know, we had just been kicking it, man. And all that music, it just came about naturally just from, you know, after the show, easing back, you know, might have smoked a little something on the tour bus or something and sparked some conversation, played each other some music, and, you know, here we go.
Yeah,
so
cool.
That's how we got all those features on Bases Loaded. That was a good look. Shout out to everybody that came through for me on that.
Yeah, that's a sick mixtape, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's sick. It's pretty hot. The one thing I would have liked to hear was a Boaz and Kendrick song.
Yeah, man, you and me both, you know what I mean? So if Kendrick, if you listening, man, let's make that happen for the world, you know what I mean? Because the people waiting on that, man. I think he's one of the most popping artists in the States. He's nice right now, so he needs to be rocking with somebody like me to keep him hot. You know what I mean?
You said it. We agree.
Definitely.
Wiz Khalifa seems like a cool dude, is he? Is he a cool dude to be around?
A cool dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he one of the grooviest, man. You know, you can hear it in his music, man. Wiz is a real groovy dude. He keep a real, you know, electrified presence about himself. You know, he's real captivating even personally, man. So you kick it with Wiz, you definitely bound to feel his personality in the room, man, for sure. Real cool dude.
Yeah, he seems like that type of dude, all right. Just for your own opinion, and it's great to get an opinion from the stateside. What do you think of the whole hip hop scene at the moment? Is it in a good place right now?
I think it's in a vulnerable place, like everything else in life, I guess. But I think it's up to us as mankind to make sure we get a pulse on that, man, and restore music back to its original purpose, man, to be uplifting and educational, just like every other thing else in this world, man. So, yeah, hip-hop is, it's major, it's big right now, but, as a sense of, surviving and having a good core sense of what it's meant to stand for, man, I think it's in a bit of a vulnerable state, man. That's why artists like me, I got to give it all I can to let everybody know that this, music is a reflection of life, man. So, you try to stay on point and do the best you can to, to contribute to that, man, for sure.
Yeah, and I think when I heard like this and when we heard like this pretty recent, especially, it was one of those uplifting tunes. It was like, damn, like we really like this tune. It's a really good tune. And we were dying to hear more. So what's next? What's coming next? When are we going to get the next tunes? Is there an album in the works?
Most certainly, man. Album in the works. We slating that for, just about going back to school time. So maybe like the end of September. Within, but from then, you're going to be hearing a lot of interesting things from me, man, like this. I think, if you like this, that's just a start of what we doing, man. So you should really be looking forward to what I got coming out in the near future.
Yeah, I know you have a sick line. It says on the Pittsburgh version of Nas, but it was chipping his tooth.
Yeah. Ever since the start of my career, I've been getting a lot of comparisons to Nas, and he's definitely one of those musicians I seek inspiration from, and mold myself to be this musician I am. So I just thought I put it out there before it even came as a sense of criticism, man, because, I always seen it as a sense of aspiration, like, damn, they comparing me to Nas. So, I just threw it out there just to let people know that I appreciate the token.
Yeah, and to me, that's a compliment, and I think you completely have a different sound than Nas, but I couldn't see the comparisons, and to me, that's nothing but positive.
Definitely.
And has Nas, have you met Nas, or has Nas said anything?
I ain't met Nas yet, man, but I was just chopping with my man, and he said he played him like this record, and he loved it, man. So, I'm looking forward to bumping into Nas, man. When what's something about me, man, when I bump into these dudes, you gonna know, because hopefully you're gonna be hearing the record soon or seeing some type of picture, or, something like that, man. I'm still excited by hip-hop, so I don't try to let those type of people get past me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I heard that you were working with Jim Johnson. I think he worked with Lil Wayne on Lollipop, so how did that come about?
It came about, in pretty much just a natural way, man. I think Jim Johnson got a real good relationship with Rostrum Records. I don't know if you, but Jim produced one of Wiz's first big records, to join On My Level,
Yeah.
And when we reached out to Jim and he checked the music, he was like, yo, I'm more than willing to work with Bo. So, we flew down to Miami. Jim opened up the mansion for me, laid it out, start playing some beautiful sounds, and I think we got one of the biggest records that's due to come out on my album, so shout out Jim Johnson.
And can you give us any information about that, or is that secret?
Nah, I can tell you that it's lady friendly. It's lady friendly, and we looking to get that sexy crowd dancing.
That's pretty big. Jim Johnson. He actually, I recall, I think he worked with Eminem as well at some stage, didn't he?
You know what? I don't think there ain't nobody, that Jim probably ain't worked with in the States, man. He's one of the biggest producers we got over here. He's made a huge contribution to music, so I wouldn't be surprised if he worked with him either.
Just on while we're talking about hot producers, is there any producers that currently you'd like to work with that you haven't worked with yet? Anyone in particular?
Yeah, I want to work with Kanye, man.
That'd be some crazy.
I think Kanye got that edginess to just bring it up out of me, man, and he always had top tier production, and I know he'll present that challenge for me, man. So I'm looking to work with everybody, though. That's why I'm telling you about just having that aspiration that come from everywhere. Just being inspired by music itself. I subjected to working with any type of cat that got one sound. You know, anybody that's willing to vibe and, you know, they branding themselves as well as I am, let's get it, man.
And what did you think of Yeezus? Just out of
I thought
curiosity.
Yeezus was an amazing album. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, I'm listening from a different ear though, and I know the masses is probably gonna receive it a little differently, but I can hear him at his peak of artistry, man, and I just thought it was he's still challenging himself, and even if you heard he said something on that CD to the effect of, you know, I make my own sound, like I create the wave. So, you know, I thought Yeezus, and it did what it did. So, man, it was something different for hip hop, and that's what I'm talking about. And just, you know, music being in that vulnerable place where you can take it when you want to take it, man. And you know, Yeezus was pretty much one of those type albums where he just separated himself as a rapper to just say, yo, I'm a musician, man. Y'all gotta accept me as that.
Just for artists, like for collabs, who would you like to work with, dead or alive? Take 3 artists at the moment that you'd like to work with, either dead or alive. Who would be that top pick? I know it's a tough question, but who would you really like to work with?
I say Beyonce, just because she's so hot.
Oh, I'm with you there.
I mean, she's just so big, like, you know what I mean? Like, so if I'm gonna be inspiring to work with somebody like Beyonce, how about you know,
if you're doing a video, I want to be involved in that video shoot, by the way.
Of course, man. You mean, like, I work the camera for that one. You know, but you know, somebody like Beyonce, even her husband, man, Jay-Z.
Big
how
up
about you know, somebody like Britney Spears or something, man, just to do something different and just, you know, bring a whole edginess to hip hop right now, man.
Yeah. When can we? Yeah. I know we spoke about the album you're working at the moment. Have you got a name for the album coming up?
Still untitled, man. I plan to release that real soon, though. So make sure y'all stay posted with all my internet and my social sites, man. Boaz 412 on Instagram, on Twitter. Make sure you stay posted with that, because I'm giving you constant updates on what we're doing with the album.
Yeah, definitely. So we can get you all over the place. Definitely with the Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely great to have you on the show tonight, Boaz. It's been a great interview.
It's a pleasure, man. I enjoy kicking it with y'all, man. I come over, y'all. What y'all like, them cold ones, right? What we drinking over, the Heinekens?
Yeah, well, we drink some. Well, first of all, if we bring it over, we're going to bring it to the Guinness factory, the usual.
Alright, so it's the Guinness.
We'll take some Guinness. Then we might go and we will have 1 or 2 Guinness, and then we'll sip some Heinekens, and then we might move on to some JD, some Jack Daniels, some Irish whiskey. You never know how it goes down.
That is Irish whiskey. I forgot all about that, man. Y'all watching the Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah.
Lucky Thompson came over to Ireland to get that whiskey. I know it's good.
You need to get over here, Boaz.
Ain't no doubt. I'm looking forward to that, man. And I really appreciate y'all having me, man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to see what Boaz has to offer the next couple of months. Definitely.
Most certainly, man. Stay posted, y'all. You heard?
Yeah, if you keep us hooked up, I think we're going to leave it at that. We really appreciate the time you've taken out to talk to us tonight, especially all the way from the States. And I know there's a time difference, so respect.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, man, respect to y'all, man. It's all for the remember we doing this for humanity, man. It's bigger than us, so you got to step up to the plate, man.
We've got your hot new record lined up right now, ready to go. Do you want to intro it?
You already know what it is, man. All the way live from the States, doing it how we do, because we can do it like that. Like this, produced by Illmind, one of the hottest records in the world right now, man. Shout out to HipHopStop. Let's get it.
Yes, all the best, Boaz. We really appreciate it. Speak to you soon.
No doubt. Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah. Mic check. Illmind, what up? Yeah. I come off the tongue smack like Goldie. Star player, the rap but you can't hold me. Quick to change lanes, got a couple of choices. Either way a nigga still eating mussels and oysters. Spilling champagne out the hip hop.